And so welcome back to the DOGE Island. So
Mr. Postman.
Our mission currently is to go out into the fields and collect medicinal herbs, apparently.
When are we gonna get honeydew lattes?
We're not supposed to find herbs. We're just supposed to get experience in order to find it. And because this is an RPG and whatnot, we've already got.
My question still stands. Malshike? What the? Who names their dog Malshike? Hope I could see. I could see Hope as a dog name. I could see that actually.
So, most important thing about the DOGE Island, buying accessories.
You can dress.
And the best part is, regardless of your dog's gender, you get all of the accessories.
Good. Where are the sunglasses? Also, you better buy that black necktie, I swear. We need to make this the classiest Doge.
No, not yet.
Not yet! Not yet!
Well, there are priorities. And also, because of my terrible fashion sense, I am going to make my dog look like the biggest dork.
What? Why?
Because I get jollies that way. Also, this is no the world ends with you, so nobody is ever going to judge you on your fashion sense.
Thank God.
Also, let's check out the new products section. Essentially, the clothes that you have and the items you find can be combined into making new stuff. Yeah. They're very inconsistent with the "do you want me to tell you everything again all over?" Because sometimes it's the first or the second option. So they're basically doing the fucking owl from Ocarina of Time all over again.
Right.
They're forming the question differently every single time.
Right.
And yes, you use butterflies in order to create ribbons and such.
I mean, what else would you use?
Yeah, and yes, triangle glasses.
Puppy necktie.
Just a necktie.
No, there was one called puppy necktie.
Yeah, there was, but there was another one which was just called the necktie.
Yeah. Do we get to dress up, what's his name too?
No, sadly, we can't dress up Tassie.
Aww. Why not?
But yeah, we look like an absolute dork.
Yeah. Why do you have to do this to me?
Oh, you should have seen what my character always looked like in frickin' Akiba Strip.
I can only imagine. Is Akiba Strip a licensed game?
Technically, it is of so many licenses you have no idea.
Right. I guess that means we gotta cover it eventually.
What I did for my character at one point, after defeating one of the bosses, I took the top of his suit, because after you undress enemies, you just get their clothes. I wore the top of it, and then I gave my girlfriend the bottom of it. but still kept the whole rest as it was before, which was like some, you know, some t-shirt and some skirt or shoe or like the most regular ass trousers. Of course, off collar. I did the same when playing The Sims, just so you know.
Of course.
They're very generous with the medicinal herbs. Food collector.
A food collector, quote unquote. Yeah, I think we're all that, in a sense.
So yeah. The general idea is, whenever you find a new thing, you go to one of those dogs, and they will fill in the book. And once an entry in the book is filled in, whenever you bring the same thing again, you'll get money for it.
You can't fool me, Darna. I know you're actually Flames Around aka YouTube's Tosuke in disguise. Food collector, my ass collected in your belly, maybe.
This one's absolutely adorable.
Yes.
But you never actually need to buy medicine. I'm still gonna do that at a certain point to like upgrade to better ones, but I never died in this. It's possible, but the death isn't death. You just lose all of the items that are on you, which honestly is quite a bit of a penalty. Dorothy is also a very normal dog name.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, I think there is one more person I need to visit. Since it's not here, we're gonna talk to everybody anyway. I am going to just so you know, like I'm going to be skipping a lot of walking around in the future. Like in this recording session, I already started doing.
The dog name too.
It's very short, yes. And Robert.
Robert, though, no, I could not see that as a dog name.
Rob.
Or Robbie.
Yeah, that works. And here is another collector that we can find. So far, we have a food collector and a flower collector. There are more types, like for example for fish and insects. However, they're not around just yet. And
that sunflower makes her adorable.
We also get to wear a sunflower. Pretty much every single accessory that you see on a dog is an accessory that we can obtain.
Can you wear all of them at the same time?
No.
Why not?
Well, I mean, you can only wear a hat, an accessory, and glasses.
Why can't I wear all of them? Piggies! So if Sheena's the cow, who are the pigs?
I don't know. Then why don't you ask them?
Yeah, ask them their names.
Elu.
Now you're just getting weird on me, Dog Island.
Surprised you have I. So he's our sensei, obviously.
Obvious. He's the dude who was fucking spying on us earlier.
No, he sniffed all of that information from us. And we're getting progressively more impressed with him, as indicated by multiple exclamation marks after our lengthy discussions with him.
Mm-hmm. Bears? You're gonna fight bears?
Well, the Dog Island just got a lot more real.
Seriously?
Well, I did say it is possible to die in this game, right? Didn't I?
Yeah, but like, I didn't think you'd be straight up brawling with bears.
Oh no. There is no such thing as fighting in the Dog Island. It is a game about puppies after all.
I was about to say, like, this is gonna get brutal.
No,
Jesus.
they wouldn't do that. I mean,
Dude, they had a puppy actively dying on screen. Don't tell me freaking bear, okay?
Their standards for what is considered appropriate for children are a little bit all over the place. But no, there is no such thing as combat in the Dog Island.
Or, you know, they could have just claimed all of the puppies are robots and then no one would care.
That is true. This is what Yoko Taro tried to do, but, you know, in the end his game was still M-rated.
Yeah.
God damn you, chicken.
That chicken loves you.
I'm having it up to here with you, chicken. Speaking of chickens, yesterday I watched a whole bunch of cartoons with my little sister, mostly cartoons that I watched as a kid, and she really wanted to see Cow and the Chicken, and I was like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
She already did watch it before because it's on Boomerang, and she really liked it, obviously. But like, I forgot just how much the Cartoon Network did not give a fuck when making the translation, the Polish translation of that show. Like,
Really?
okay, one of the first lines in the entire show is, "Hey chicken, do you want to count my tits?"
Wow! That...
And because there is a Polish word for otters, for you know what the cow has.
Otters, yeah.
They just chose to not use it. They just straight up said tits.
Why? Why?
But yeah, here I demonstrated how you actually deal with the enemies. You bark at them from behind.
You stealth bark at them.
Yes, this is after all a stealth action collectathon JRPG.
Are you gonna eventually upgrade your bark to the point it'll create sonic booms to send your enemy flying?
No such thing happens. The way you are right now is how it's gonna be. One thing of
102
note,
Dalmatians would be very disappointed.
one thing of note about the knockout system, the enemy stays knocked out for a minute when it's knocked out with the full blast of your bark. Now, sometimes it's not exactly a minute, and there is a good reason for it. The way this game works when it comes to... and here I skipped all of the fishing because it's too lengthy.
I thought it just gave it to you. I was gonna be like, whoa, okay.
No, I just cut out a few minutes out of this video. But like, the way it actually works is this game, in order to save up on processing, loads out every living element out of the existence the moment you get far away enough from it. And that actually puts the enemy, that actually doesn't like reset timers or anything, it actually puts everything on hold. So that snake over there that I stunned a few minutes ago actually, is still going to be stunned because his existence ceased to continue the moment I left the scene. Because I am such a hero main character coon. Much such a wow.
The deep analytical psychology of the Dog Island.
The world does not continue unless I am around it to witness it.
Time only moves when you move.
Time only moves when I'm there. Isn't that true for every JRPG protagonist, though?
Just about, yeah. Unless it's Drakengard.
Well, then everything just goes to shit regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is worth to explore everything, especially when you see the question marks, because new smells that you discover will eventually lead to upgrades in your HP.
Neat.
And as hard it is in this game to die, it gets a little bit more difficult later on. They just kind of expect you to have HP. Also, it is required to know a certain amount of smells in order to advance in the story at certain points. So, you know, it's worth to work on it. And it's also worth to get extras of things that you have already discovered, because as I have said before, it pretty much equals money, and money equals stupid looking accessories.
AKA happiness.
Exactly.
You see, kids, your parents are lying to you the whole time. Money can buy you happiness.
And you can already see certain things in the environment that we can't quite interact with yet. Like, for example, these bugs.
But you can steal their grapefruit.
Yeah, we can take away their grapefruits. But, chicken, we will have a word later on. We eventually gain ability to catch insects. It's another mini game. It's actually pretty fun. Like it's a well-made mini game. Very simplistic. But, you know, that's what you would expect from the DOGE Island.
How to face dangerous creatures, which we discovered by ourselves already.
Yeah, thankfully they don't block out most of the abilities.
Yeah.
And this is actually a very useful explanation of all of the faces, because what he says is actually true. It's not like some ambiguous way of explaining something that does not apply in the real world, like a lot of these types of kids games do.
Right.
Although I would say, as having tried to play it with my siblings, this game has too much text. Yes, the last one just kind of assumed you were just going to press the button once, and now they're showing what happened when you press and hold it, even though I pressed and hold it the first time. Anyway, whatever. In any case, it's never worth to just press the button as it is, because it just does not give you any results. Like, yeah, it will knock the enemy out, but it's so hard to get near them without them noticing you. Except for snakes. Snakes are incredibly stupid, but like anything that actually moves.
So many things to smell.
Like from this point onwards, after I get out of this overworld, I will just be jumping straight to whatever I am looking for. Because like even in case somebody did actually want to follow this, there is a mini map,
Right.
and the mini map is actually fairly helpful.
Man, you spent an entire day doing that.
Yeah, the days go by real quick. I guess they kind of assume that you would get hit trying to deal with the enemies for the first time.
He has the power to just level you up?
Yeah, because he is one of the sniff masters,
What
obviously.
the? No, he's not!
Well, he's sniff apprentices, which means he's still higher than we are.
I want a level up screen like that.
26 more smells.
Good
Now,
lord.
oddly enough, it doesn't actually tell you on your status screen how many smells you have learned thus far, or at least I couldn't find it, but it has the amount that you need in order to level up, so that's good enough.